I want to start you off with the water vapor loop and show you what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico, where the winds are still pretty strong, and for that reason we do not expect to see any development here. Wind is the enemy of developing tropical systems. Then farther eastward, there's an upper low right through there, some stronger wind across the northern Caribbean, a little bit of sinking air and drying going on in the western part of the Caribbean, so conditions again unfavorable in this area. There is a little area of convection that is fired up in the southwestern Caribbean, and the models have generally been indicating that something may come across the northern part of South America and then travel up here very close to Central America and move out perhaps into the Gulf by next week. So we're going to watch that very carefully in the coming days. And I want to show you some of the longer term indicators that we watch. And one of them is the MJO, or the Madden-Julian oscillation. This is a pulse of enhanced thunderstorm activity and favorability in the tropics that moves around the globe every 30 to 60 days. So we're looking at South America right here. There's the central part of America and the Caribbean. Here you see the Pacific Ocean, and there is Asia. And this area indicated by R is where we have rising air, enhanced thunderstorms, and more favorable conditions for tropical systems. This area indicated by S is where we have sinking air and more suppression and less favorable for tropical systems. So this was as of yesterday. And here's a look at what's going to happen in the future here. We're going to watch that area of more favorable conditions come out into the western Pacific. The area of suppression makes its way into the eastern Pacific, though there may be a little window for something to develop. Again, we talked about that, something possibly coming out of the southwest Caribbean and into the Gulf. And then into the 21st of June, you still see that pretty large area of suppressed activity, but a little bit of a area of neutral or perhaps even favorable conditions in between there. And then by the end of the month, we watch that larger area of favorable conditions begin to move in. And so at that time, we may see an uptick in tropical activity towards the end of June and into the early part of July. But again, we'll be keeping our eyes on that little feature in the southwestern Caribbean in the coming days.